Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Emmerdale airs prison twist for Bear after confession, and fans aren't happy. Emmerdale fans were devastated as Bear Wolf made an unexpected move during Monday's episode. Emmerdale has aired a worrying Bear Wolf prison twist, and viewers believe they've identified who's responsible. ITV soap fans will recall that Bear, Joshua Richards, killed drug dealer Ray Walters, Joe Absalom, back in January after he was held prisoner on Ray's farm for months last year. Bear strangled Ray in a frantic attempt to protect his son, Paddy Kirk, Dominic Brunt, and youngster Dylan Pender's Fred Kettle, who were being threatened by the villain. Paddy and Dylan attempted to conceal Bear's actions, but the former wrestler ultimately contacted the police himself after experiencing guilt. Bear recently discharged himself from a mental health facility, with DS Walsh, Amanda Ryan, continuing to question him at the station on Monday, March 16th. During the latest installment, which is now available to stream on ITVX, Bear found himself becoming distressed when DS Walsh disclosed that his wrestling background could suggest that he intentionally killed Ray. Until now, Bear has admitted to killing the villain in self-defense, reports the Daily Star. After Mr. Howelson's assault on Jacob Sugden, and its similarities to the incident that caused Ray Walters' death, we've reviewed both pathology reports, the detective explained. The latest conclusion is that the threshold for self-defense was passed. Following a barrage of questions, Bear ultimately lost control and lied to protect Paddy's name, stating that he did kill Ray on purpose. DS Walsh said, "Mr. Howelson, why don't you tell the truth? It's clear that you didn't act alone," with a frustrated Bear shouting. "I did, trust me." He then added, "It were me, all me. And it weren't an accident neither. I knew exactly what I was doing. When I found Ray in the house and he went for me, that were the final straw. I wanted him dead. He was cruel and violent, so I finished him off. And if Jai Sharma hadn't have taken the van, I'd have gotten away with it and all." Later, Bear's solicitor Zara Adams Frogstone visited Paddy and his wife Mandy Dingle Lisa Riley, revealing that the CPS had upgraded the charge to murder following Bear's admission. A shocked Dylan said, "He wouldn't have said that. He thought Ray was his friend," with the solicitor confirming that Bear had been very emphatic. Paddy responded, "But that's not right, he'll have been confused. He lied, it was a lie." Zara explained, "As far as the police are concerned, it's a confession, but we'll still try and make a case for self-defense. We'll use that to try and persuade the judge to go for a minimum term, but it is a mandatory life sentence." A tearful Paddy then said, "So that's it? After all this, my dad goes down for murder," moments before the closing credits rolled. Emmerdale viewers were left heartbroken upon discovering Bear's false confession, with many holding Paddy responsible for failing to come clean from the outset. Paddy and Dylan could have prevented this if they just told the truth straight after Ray died. One viewer posted on X, formerly Twitter. Another remarked, "It's over for Paddy and Dylan." A third commented, "Can't believe Paddy is going to let his dad go down for this," whilst another viewer voiced their frustration. "Honestly think this Bear, Paddy, Dylan, and Ray's murder is the most boring, drawn-out storyline I can remember. Will Bear manage to escape a prison sentence? We'll have to wait and see." ITV soap Emmerdale has never shied away from dark storytelling, but its latest twist involving Bear Wolf may have pushed some viewers too far. In a gripping yet controversial storyline, Bear's shocking confession has led to a looming prison fate, leaving fans divided, frustrated, and in many cases outright angry. At the heart of the drama is the fallout from the death of Ray Walters, one of the show's most sinister recent villains. What initially appeared to be a complex act of self-defense quickly spiraled into a tangled web of lies, loyalty, and guilt. Bear, determined to protect his son Paddy Kirk and teenager Dylan, made a drastic decision. He told police that he had intentionally killed Ray and acted alone. But here's the twist. The confession wasn't entirely true. A confession with consequences. In tense interrogation scenes, Bear doubled down on his claim, even insisting he would do the same again if given the chance. Investigators, however, were clearly suspicious. Details didn't add up, especially when Bear struggled to recreate a knot used in the crime, raising doubts about whether he was truly acting alone. Despite the inconsistencies, the damage was done. Bear's statement was enough to push the case forward, putting him firmly on a path that could lead straight to prison. For viewers, this is where frustration began to build. Many fans quickly realized what Bear was doing, sacrificing himself to shield Paddy and Dylan from prosecution. It's a classic soap trope, one character taking the fall out of love. But in this case, audiences weren't entirely convinced it worked. The prison twist nobody wanted? The idea of Bear facing prison time has sparked a wave of backlash online. Longtime viewers have grown attached to the character, who has evolved significantly since his introduction. From a rough-edged former wrestler to a vulnerable father navigating family life and mental health struggles. Seeing him potentially locked away, especially under false pretenses, has not gone down well. Some fans argue that the storyline feels repetitive and unnecessarily bleak. The Ray Walters plot has already been described as one of the darkest arcs in recent Emmerdale history, involving themes of abuse, manipulation, and murder. Adding a prison twist on top of that, they say, is simply too much. Others feel the writing has forced Bear out of character. While he is fiercely loyal, critics question whether he would really go so far as to confess to a crime he didn't fully commit, especially when the truth could potentially protect everyone involved. Paddy and Dylan's guilt spiral. Ironically, Bear's attempt to protect his loved ones may have the opposite effect. After learning about his confession, Paddy and Dylan are horrified and guilt-ridden. Unable to let Bear take the blame, they decide to go to the police themselves and reveal the truth. This sets off a chain reaction. Instead of resolving the situation, their actions land them in serious legal trouble. Both are charged with perverting the course of justice, plunging the family into even deeper turmoil. The result? Everyone loses. Bear faces prison. Paddy and Dylan face charges. And the emotional fallout threatens to tear the family apart. Why fans aren't happy? The backlash isn't just about the plot, it's about fatigue. Over the past year, Emmerdale has leaned heavily into dark, issue-based storytelling. While this has brought critical attention and powerful performances, it has also left some viewers feeling drained. The Bear storyline, in particular, has become a lightning rod for criticism. Fans have pointed out, the plot feels overly complicated, with multiple confessions and reversals. The tone is relentlessly grim. With little relief or hope, beloved characters are being pushed into extreme situations. For many, the prison twist is the breaking point, a step too far in a storyline that has already stretched credibility. A pattern of controversy. This isn't the first time the show has faced viewer backlash. Recent storylines have generated hundreds of complaints, particularly those involving disturbing themes and vulnerable characters. In that context, the reaction to Bear's storyline feels like part of a broader pattern. Audiences are still engaged, but they're also increasingly vocal about what they don't like. And right now, they don't like seeing Bear punished for something he didn't truly do. What happens next? As the storyline continues, all eyes are on whether the truth will fully come out, and whether Bear can avoid prison. There are hints that upcoming episodes could shift the narrative again. With Paddy and Dylan already stepping forward, the case may unravel in unexpected ways. But in true soap fashion, nothing is guaranteed. One thing is certain, the emotional stakes are higher than ever. For Bear, this could mean losing everything: his freedom, his family, and the fragile sense of belonging he's fought so hard to build. Final thoughts. The prison twist has delivered drama, tension, and plenty of talking points, but it has also highlighted a growing divide between the show and its audience. Fans don't just want shocking twists. They want stories that feel earned, balanced, and true to the characters they love. Whether Emmerdale can win viewers back may depend on what happens next. Will Bear be redeemed? Or will this controversial storyline leave a lasting stain?